May gana, anila na, si Gobernador Juan Garcia. Mayong gabi sa tanan, gihangyo ang tanan sa pagbarog, alang sa pangaliya. Humanini, magpabili nyo magbarog alang sa Philippine National Anthem ug Sugbo Hymn. Singalan sa Amahan, sa Anak, sa Espiritu Santo. Amen. Amahan, nining gabi sa pasalamat, ikaw ang una namong pasalamatan. Kay tungod sa imong giya, nagmalampuson ang tanang tulumanon, nagipasibo sa ika-453 nga suman sa pagkalalawigan sa Sugbo. Karong gabi una, pasalamatan ang mga tao ug mga buhatan nga miabag alang sa maong kalampusan. Sama sa naandan, tabangi, giyahi ug kuyugi kami aron kining gabi sa pasalamat mahimong lain na usab nga mabulukon ug halandungong tulumanon. Sa ngalan sa Mahal, sa Anak, sa Diyos Espiritu Santo.
Ang
Be seated now, mga liko na. Formally welcome all of us. Aging paghangop o pagdawat sa tanan, aniya, si Vice Governor Hilario Junjun Davide III.
Thank you, Sa. Governor Gwen is here, Secretary Mike Dino, Representative Cindy Chan, City of Lapu-Lapu, my colleagues, the Provincial Board, Ms. Marisa Fernan, Dame Marikita Sugbo, honored guests, fellow workers in government, friends, my Gabii. Last August 1st, we opened the month-long celebration of the 453rd founding anniversary of the province of Sugbo. And tonight, we cap that celebration, fittingly, with a pasalamat. Dali lang yung panahon. Kaninyong tanan, nga diya, upan ka nato rong gabiuna. Welcome to our Gabii sa Pasalamat. Salamat, nga diya, kamong tanan. The huge success of the Pasigarbo sa Sugbo last Sunday was, to me, the crown jewel of our month-long celebration and other achievements of the province in the last 2 years, navigating through the deep waters of the COVID-19 pandemic and last December's audit. Despite its brief hiatus, the much-anticipated festival lived up to its expectations and stood out in bold, colorful, and dazzling ways to remind us and the rest of the country again that Cebu is back to normal. Karong tuiga, murag kita ang unang probinsya nga nagpaygayon og festival na sama niini ka grandioso. Puslan man, #1 province God. Sa mga kalampusan nga nag-abot sa kagamhanan sa lalawigan, magamay man o dako, nakapangutana kita nganong nahimo man nato kini bisan taliwa sa kalisdanan nga atong nagyan. I have only 3 words in answer to the question: audacity, maverick, and unity. We have an audacious maverick governor who is willing to defy group thinking, which has allowed the capital to pursue innovative policies and programs to get things done. And of course, our elected officials in the province are united. Dili gyud lalim ang pag-organisa aron hapsay ang dagan sa Pasigarbo sa Sugbo ug sa uban pa natong kalihukan sulod sa usa ka bulan. But the provincial government, your provincial government, under the leadership of Governor Gwen, forged a cohesive team that seamlessly executed these undertakings. That's our governor. That's Gwen Garcia. Karong gabi una, pasalamatan ni Gov ang tanan nga miabag sa provincial government sa kalampusan sa atong pagselebrar sa 453rd founding anniversary. Nga hinumdum ko, nakahiskot si Gwen nga naa siya'y tanom sa opisina nga tambal sa hubag-hubag. Murag, nahurot yung tingali itong mga dahon sa tanom ko kay daghang na hubag-hubagan atol sa preparasyon sa Pasigarbo sa Sugbo. Kaya dili yun lalim nga ang preparasyon sa ingon nga ato kadako nga festival. In the movie Top Gun, Tom Cruise ba? A ground staff reminded Maverick, played by Tom Cruise, if he wanted to go through with a test flight, going 10 times the speed of sound, that would surely draw the ire of the Admiral and risk his career. Maverick answered calmly, "I know what happens to everyone else if I don't." I really believe the governor knew what would happen and knows what would happen to every Cebuano without her audacious and maverick ways during difficult times. And so once again, mga higala, welcome to our Gabii sa Pasalamat. Enjoy the rest of the evening and God bless us all.
We'd like to acknowledge the presence of Dame Marikita sa Limbangon Yo.
one step back. The more you stay, the more you know. Two steps forward, one step back. But along the way, you will always come back to say more. Celebrate Sugbo, celebrate Sugbo, and know there's always exciting things for me and for you. Celebrate Sugbo, celebrate Sugbo, a never-ending festivity. Let's dance and be happy. 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 Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate Sugbo.
The Sugbo Dance Fusion Dance Company. Nini ngayon ha, maminaw taglaing mensahe gikan sa Chairman, Committee on Tourism sa Cebu Provincial Board from the 5th District of Cebu, Board Member Andre Red Duterte.
May gabi tanan. Governor Gwen Garcia, may gabi. To Vice Governor Junjun Davide, may gabi. Vice Gov. To Secretary Mike Tino, may gabi. Congresswoman Cindy Chan, may gabi. To Ms. Marisa Fernan. To Dame Marquita Salimang yung na wala yun kaikyas. To Sir Raul Obeco. To my fellow board members. And to all our stakeholders who have supported us along the way. All the way to the Pasigarbo sa Sugbo 2022. Naatadiri karong gabi una para magpasalamat sa tanan ni Tabang to make Pasigarbo 2022 the biggest and the grandest Pasigarbo the province and the country has ever seen. We had 50 contingents for Pasigarbo sa Sugbo and we had 40 festival queens, 2 nights. Two big events, seamlessly organized. But behind the scenes, kung kibaw lang yun in town mo, kung panigog, I actually lost 20 pounds during these past 2 months. So murag, pwede next month ko, Pasigarbo na sad. Bitaw, but yes, those were almost 2 grueling months of hard work, no? And perseverance, and we could not have done it without each and every person in this room. No? Tonight, we celebrate this victory, which is Pasigarbo sa Sugbo 2022. But most of all, we celebrate excellence. We celebrate the excellence of the contingents, of the performers, of the choreographers. We also celebrate the excellence of our supporters, our stakeholders who were there for us since day one. This night is for you. No? So, atong pakpakan ang inyong kagalingon. Salamat yun kaayo. We could not have done it without you. This is also a night to celebrate the excellence of those who supported us not only during Pasigarbo sa Sugbo, but during these past 4 years. As we all know, nadumulwami in taon ta, COVID plus Odette. Yet, despite the criticisms and the noise, no, made by the powers that be dito sa Manila, there were people here in this room yun who stood by us, who stood by Governor Gwen, who stood by the province of Cebu, and said that, who supported the policies and the so-called Cebu Protocol. So ato gyud silang pasalamaton pod karon gabi una. No? I speak about excellence because last Sunday, that it basically showed that Cebuanos value excellence in whether it be in the culture and the arts, whether it be in public service, in any aspect, that the Pasigarbo sa Sugbo was a clear manifestation that in Cebu, excellence should always be top priority. Dili basta-basta lang. Dapat excellence yun. Kay Subuan ang punta. Diba? So, I hope after this night that we would remain partners, no? Partners for the development of our beloved province. Dili lang Pasigarbo sa Sugbo ang events diri sa Capitol. We have a myriad of programs that we would be very happy that the private and public sector would support. Hopefully, through these programs, we would be able to fully recover from the devastations brought about by COVID and Typhoon Odette. As always, Cebu is leading the way, Cebu is pioneering. Mabuhay ang Sugboanon. Salamat ng gabi. Thank you.
For far too long, Visayas and Mindanao have been left behind by Manila in terms of attention from the national government. That was why, in the 2016 presidential elections, people from the South rallied behind a Bisaya mayor who packed both charm and swagger to be the country's badly needed stabilizer and chief executive. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte did not just ride on the crest of an anti-illegal drugs and criminality campaign, but also relied heavily on a movement that speaks to all people outside Luzon. Bisaya na pod. This proud message resonated strongly with Cebuano-speaking communities in the South. But you wouldn't have guessed who the man behind the movement was, if only because never in his life did he ever consider entering politics. A businessman at heart, Michael Lloyd Dino had enjoyed success in the corporate world before initiating the Bisaya na pod movement and eventually, as President Duterte would have it, becoming the presidential assistant for the Visayas. During his 6 years in office, he became a steady and reliable link between Malacanang and the Visayas, lobbying for and ushering in big-ticket infrastructure projects for Cebu City and Cebu Province. But aside from these and many others, Secretary Dino's enduring contribution to Cebu was the foretaste of unity and solidarity that he inspired among Cebu's leaders after the 2019 elections. He united the Cebu provincial and city governments in the pursuit of progress and development, as well as in reaching better understanding in the resolution of their age-old problems. He has been the link to many government and non-government organizations and groups that sent help and donations during the dark times brought by the COVID-19 pandemic, from masks to vaccines, food supply, logistical support, among others. But personally, for Governor Gwen Garcia, Secretary Dino is a loyal and trusted ally who has stood unmoved by her side even when threats of insubordination were thrown her way because her policies on issues such as the African swine fever and the health protocols on COVID-19 pandemic deviated from what were prescribed by some national officials. For your tireless and selfless service for Cebu and the Cebuanos, thank you and congratulations for a job well done, Secretary Michael Lloyd Dino.
Atong paminawon karon kanhi kalihim sa Office of the Presidential Assistant for the Visayas, Secretary Michael Dino.
Gabii, natong tanan. Murag kahilakon man sad ko ato go. Honestly, may gabi ka natong tanan, especially Gov. Gwen, Gov. Vice Governor Davide, everyone sa VIP, tanan na sa likod. I was telling Amore, na ako nag-speech. It's like short speech na. So I'll make it very short and precise. But ako siya gina, I told her that duha na akong kabuan, medyo natayan ako. 2 months ako ay speech. So, this is my first time as a private citizen after 6 years. Anyway, to be honest with you, what we saw earlier sa video, everything was made possible because of the leaders here in Cebu. Honestly speaking. Ako na yung murag TIG ba? Presidential Assistant, for short, TIG man na. No? Ako lang medyo, Gov, tawag kong Gov, murag natin problema gamay. Tawag ko ni Mayor Ahong Chan, Mayor Labella at that time, and even up to Mayor Mike Rama. But everyone made it possible. Even the private side, nitabang dyan, Veco na Adrio, ang Presidente's Veco, they helped us in our darkest moment of our generation, if not 2-3 generations, the worst ever pandemic na itabo to last 2 years. Very difficult. Lisod yun kayo. We didn't know. We have no roadmap. What ay guidance? What ay guidebook back of? Remember? But believe me, we are very lucky. We have a governor. Kanina, not because she is here tonight. We are very lucky to have a governor that time in the name of Governor Gwen Garcia. Pasalamat ko. I'll tell you why. Because akong mananag na siguro siya because when it was time, the right time to be strict, she was really strict. Diba mo? When she closed the airport closed because we needed to be closed. But when we needed to open sa jud siya. In fact, siya karon ingon siya ang mask. Optional. Bisag ang Singapore, ang Prime Minister dito, isunod man nato, Gov, di ba? I think you've seen the video. No? So, let me, I'm sorry, go short and precise, but di ba ko pwede nga di ko kastorya about Governor Gwen po. Kay, as I said, pogi ko dito ni President Duterte, tig niya, ano? Kaya atong governor, mover man, action woman man. So di na ko kinalang daghan trabaho, igo lang ko maminaw, go, ano yan, sila na, everyone. Everyone would want to help Cebu, even the private group, private citizen. Tabang yung tatanan. So that's the reason why we are where we are today. I'd like to, finally, I'd like to make mention of that. Finally, for the longest time, ang leaders dili sa Cebu ba, we are one. Tanan, mayors halos ato ana moving forward. Even, well, vice governor is from a different party. But honestly, si Vice Governor is very supportive of Governor Gwen. So, everyone is aligned. Ang mayors, no? Salamat, aligned ka karon. Si Mayor Ahong Chan, si Mayor Mike Rama, si Mayor Cortez, Mayor Gullias, etc. Everyone is aligned. Ang presidente na to, pinangga sa kay si Gov. Gwen, pinangga sa si Mayor Mike. Timing ba nun? Ang DOT, secretary na to, anak pa dyan ni Governor Gwen. So everyone is aligned. So what am I trying to say here? Please, let's not waste this moment. Okay? Aligned ba tanan? Why against the wind ba? Why mo kontra? So please, let us help each other. As Mayor Mike said, ganahan siya Singapore like. Yes, infrastructure. Sa infrastructure, Singapore like, good. Very good. We should salute that. But, kinangan, ang atong citizenry, Singapore like, but katawhan lang. No? Dili lang pwede infrastructure. It has to be the citizenry, Singapore like, but sa disiplina. So, last, go, dali na lang eh. according to Leon. Dili, importante man good. You know, very important. Like for example, private citizen naman go. Private citizen, Mike. Ang tanang bitos na, Secretary Mike, no, ES na ko sa ES. Sa ES, Executive Secretary, dili, ex-secretary na ko. So anyway, kaning manggong sa mutabang sa private citizen side, sa private side. Like for example, discipline. Limpyo ka sa imong lugar. You know, you don't need a budget for that. Dili na kinahanglan. Disiplina ang mga tao nga ganahan sila malimpyo ang atoang Sugbo. On our own, we can make Cebu clean, no? But does it need budget? No. But it needs discipline. So, maray ko, Singapore-like sa infrastructure, but citizenry, kailangan disiplina, Singapore-like po. So, before I end, last, swerte ta kay ate Governor, as I said, like Governor, this comes also only once in a lifetime. Nga ate Governor nga inani. I always tell her, kung tanawa, kani, you are Marcos Sr. and Rodrigo Duterte rolled into one. Ako Diyos ang ina, nga no? Because she has the intelligence of Marcos Sr. and the action man of Rodrigo Duterte, that decisiveness of Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So mga na kung kita, tuula mo, swerte kita, kanatay gobernador like Governor Gwen Garcia. I am very proud to have a governor like Governor Gwen Garcia. Storya na kayo siya, wala, minaw tanan. No? So anyway, let's move forward. Cebu, bagong tatanan. And I hope these 6 years, dili na to usikan. Because as I've said, everyone is already aligned. So, daghang salamat. Agmayong gabi.
Salamat, Secretary Dino, magpabilin sa stage. Please, alang sa pagpakita o pagtunod kanimo sa token from the province of Cebu. This will be led by Governor Gwen Garcia, Vice Governor Junjun Davide, and the board members present. Please join the Governor and the Vice Governor. Presenting to Secretary Dino a plaque and a laser printed portrait on mahogany wood. Usa ka manindot kayo nga portrait. Presented by the Governor, the Vice Governor, and the board members present tonight. Another round of applause, please. Salamat. Thank you so much. We acknowledge the presence now of Cebu City Mayor Mike Rama.
And private sectors come together, possibilities abound for the greater good. Over here in the province of Cebu, Public-private cooperation is strong and commendable under the leadership of Governor Gwen Garcia. One of the private companies Capital has forged a fruitful partnership with over the years is the SM Group, made possible through the company's executives led by SM Prime Holdings Senior Vice President Ms. Marisa Fernan. When she became General Manager of SM City Cebu in 1993, the opportunity was presented to her to realize her aim of bringing to Cebu whatever is best for Cebu. Being the daughter of a great Cebuano leader, the late Senate President and Justice of the Supreme Court, Marcelo Fernan, Marisa has a soft spot for Cebuanos in her heart. Today, as Vice President for SM's Visayas and Mindanao operations, her active interventions for many years has made the SM Group supportive of the many programs and projects of the Cebu provincial government. Perhaps her close friendship with Governor Gwen Garcia, with whom she went to high school together at St. Teresa's College, is an advantage. Through the years, SM has housed the One Cebu Expo, which Capital annually organizes. This grand trade exhibit, which used to be staged in SM City in North Reclamation Area and recently at the SM Seaside City Cebu, has given opportunities to small and medium businesses to showcase their unique Cebuano products, services, and travel destinations at no cost to the government. SM Seaside City has also accommodated the display of the products from Capital's Sugbo Negosyo program that has greatly helped thousands of Cebuanos start and revive their businesses after the pandemic, and the Lakbay Local Exposition at SM City North. Most recently, when the operation of the North Bus Terminal was turned over to the province of Cebu, SM City Cebu, through Marisa Fernan, allowed the province to use a portion of its parking area as the temporary North Bus Terminal for free. During the pandemic, the SM Group donated medical equipment to the Cebu provincial government that are now being used in province-run hospitals. For many years, the SM Group has been a major contributor to Cebu's economic development that made Cebu what it is today: bustling, progressive, and forward-looking. The Cebu provincial government honors Ms. Marisa Fernan for her contributions and unwavering support to the Cebu provincial government.
Atong paminahon karon ang Vice Presidente sa SM Prime Holdings Incorporated, Ms. Marisa Fernan.
Gov, duha namin ni Secretary Mike na makahilak. But thank you so much for this kind tribute which I also owe to the company I work with. Governor Gwen Garcia, Vice Governor Junjun Davide, Secretary Mike Dino, Congresswoman Cindy Chan, Mayor Mike Rama, Day Mariquita Yung, provincial board members, mayors, and other provincial, city, and town officials, colleagues in business, friends. We are happy to join the provincial government in celebrating the culmination of the month-long celebrations commemorating its 453rd founding anniversary. This founding anniversary is extra special in that the numerous activities held this month by the provincial government under the dynamic leadership of Governor Gwen further manifests that Cebu leads in the country in the recovery and normalization of the lives of its people. More than a founding anniversary, today we proudly proclaim that in our united and one Cebu province, we have a government that truly works. In closing, our warmest congratulations on the huge success of this commemoration, and we pledge our continued support to the province of Cebu as it continues to pursue its vision and programs as the premier province in the country, led by the #1 governor of the country, Governor Gwen Garcia. Daghang salamat o mayong gabi kanatong tanan.
Salamat, Ms. Fernan. Magpapilin sa stage si Ms. Marisa Fernan for the presentation of token. Again, Governor Gwen Garcia, Vice Governor Junjun Davide, and all board members present, please, for the presentation of a beautiful plaque and a laser printed portrait on mahogany wood. Okay, thank you so much. Salamat.
Pasigarbo sa Sugbo Festival of Festivals is meant to be a showcase of every Cebuano's pride of place. That is why Cebu emerged as the premier festival island destination in the country, because its 51 local government units responded enthusiastically to Governor Gwen Garcia's bidding and came up with truly world-class showcases that captivate and communicate the Cebuano spirit. But this year's festival showdown has raised the bar so much higher. Instead of an individualistic showcase of wonders, Pasigarbo sa Sugbo 2022 has become a symbolic gesture of Cebuano solidarity and unity. The festival contingents from 50 local government units in the province paraded down the Cebu city streets to the beat of their own festival rhythms and gave their all at the big stage of the Cebu City Sports Center for the Grand Ritual Showdown competition. And it gets even better. The independent chartered cities of Lapu-Lapu and Cebu made unforgettable appearances by performing their own proud festivals. Lapu-Lapu City's Garbo sa Lapu-Lapu Festival and Cebu City's Tribu Basakanon performed their most vaunted and truly world-renowned Sinulog Festival. They joined Mandaue City's Panagtanggol Festival so that the Tri-Cities and LGUs under the province have made this year's Pasigarbo sa Sugbo a One Cebu Island Festival showcase. Governor Gwen Garcia perfectly understood that unity, cooperation, and solidarity are not empty words mimicking the battle cry of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. But they are the very ideals to which every entity seeks to take the lead, must aspire for, like the truly united One Cebu Island. The cities of Cebu and Lapu-Lapu are politically independent from what used to be their mother province. Under the law, both cities have to distance themselves from the political affairs of the province of Cebu. But this premier island destination in the country is solid and united, gravely tested these past few years. First with the pandemic, and then with Super Typhoon Odette. It has chosen to unite and stand by each other. That defines the Cebuano. That is why Cebu is #1 in the country now.
Kini higayon na atong paminahon ang kongresista sa Lone District of Lapu-Lapu City, Honorable Cindy King Chan.
Maayong gabi natong tanan. My respects to our beloved Governor Gwen Garcia, former or ES Michael Dino, of course Vice Governor, June Davide, Mayor Mike Rama, the board members of the province of Cebu, Ms. Marisa Fernan, Ms. Dane Marquita Yung, Cebu, the stakeholders here, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my honor to represent our Mayor Junard Ahong Chan as we extend our sincerest thanks and congratulations to the best governor of the Philippines, the one and only Governor Gwen Garcia, for having Lapu-Lapu City as a guest contingent in this year's Pasigarbo sa Sugbo. After a 2-year hiatus, the 2022 Pasigarbo sa Sugbo Festival was a resounding success. Its comeback heralds the new era of survival, revival, and recovery, not just our economy, but our normal lives. No, we have to claim back what's normal before COVID. No, what na tayo mas. And we have to go about our normal lives. The Pasigarbo, dubbed as the Festival of Festivals, is an excellent opportunity for all of us to reconnect with one another, to strengthen that sense of kinship, and to celebrate our people's gifts and talents. It is the most anticipated festival in our province, I think second only to Sinulog, that simply makes us proud of our heritage as Cebuanos. Truly, one Cebu Island brings us all together to showcase our history, traditions, and culture. Festivals, described by writer Purvi Ranika, are there to teach us that life is a celebration. Each festival teaches us to bring positivity, joy, and happiness in our thoughts, which reflects in our lives. The 2022 Pasigarbo sa Sugbo has definitely sparked in us loads of positivity, endless joy, and profuse happiness, and in itself, a worthy cause for celebration. Needless to say, we in Lapu-Lapu City are looking forward to the next Pasigarbo sa Sugbo. Again, the Upunganons would like to extend our gratitude to Governor Gwen Garcia for giving us the opportunity to showcase our very own Garbo sa Lapu-Lapu. Thank you very much, and let's all enjoy the rest of the evening.
Salamat, Congresswoman Cindy Chan. Magpapilin sa stage si Congresswoman kay aduna sa token na madawat gikan gihapon nila ni Governor Gwen Garcia, Vice Governor Junjun Davide, and all board members present. Daghang salamat. Thank you so much.
Ikaw na, makaswitcher ka dira? Makaswitcher ka dira?
Asa ba din?
Kaya para mag-charge yun.
Lain atong paminawon karon alang sa iyang mensahe ang atong pugihan ug maabtik nga amahan sa dakbayan sa Sugbo, Cebu City Mayor Mike Rama.
Isang punsang kalisdanan, suliran dilig na mong talikdan, sanatan sa tura kong musika, subuanon kayo lakilhan.
Maayong gabi kaninyong tanan. Magmayang gabi sa akong asawa. Langga Malo, Taga-Aloginsan, Jimenez Mandana, Rama. Pak. Gog! Lalo ka kung di na ko unahon, di niya ko kasunod sa among ang master's bedroom. Atong gobernadora, akong manghod. Kung may istorya sila, kinabuhi kuyog ni Marisa, ninalata may istorya sa mga katuigan na nagi. Kaya paparihara tag mga edad na nagawang lang ko. May istorya magaling si Teresas. Ako mga igsuon ng mga palupi. Tubo sa tiyan. ES, ex-secretary mo na yung gusto. Akong sangay, dako tabang sa atoang pag-iusa sa One Cebu Island, One looking back, kita kay kung John Davide, kami na poros may mga acting ni Adto. Ako acting mayor, siya acting vice mayor. Tanawa, basta mag-acting na ito, no, may matang aktor. Atong pakwakan, John Davide. Among kinamagwangan, ka na mo, okay? Dame Malikita sa Limbangon, yung. Ang kahayag na iyang filming buhaton, pag dili niya kawangon. Ang presidente sa Beko, dili po to, mao si Raul Lucero. Ang kapika sa kinabuhi sa usa ka bana nga buutan nga taga Lapu-Lapu, dugong taga Pasak sa Nicolas. Na si Cindy dito na taga amuarasan ng area sa Kamapumpaw. Kidakit sa Kamayor, sa Lapu-Lapu, nga mao si Jonard Chan ato sang partner, Cindy Congresswoman Chan. Burot na mamudeta ng mention ako, no? Risa man na, of course, ano lang mo uban, ay, pag ito eleksyon, kadugay na tag-abot sa ito ang abtun. At ibaluman mo daan nga, you're all very much near to my heart. There will be no One Cebu Island kung dili taapil tanan. Eksakto po. Bago lang ko design o executive order. But anyway, it's an executive order not really making people not wear face mask, but it's no longer obligatory. And for preservation and control, na sa mga area na kung musol ka hospital, nga magi ka mag-face mask, di man COVID mo hadlukan sa hospital ba? Inigsodin mo sa hospital, di saka na ang non-COVID cases. So, more or less, uban pa. Kabalo ko, nga, I don't know kung interview na ba ang gobernadora, pero isugod ko interview hapon pa. Ano, kinabuntag sa'yo pa. Ang karong hapon, niya kailangan ng imong imbitasyon ko, iman mahimong di kumari. Hindi mahimong one Cebu Island. Yun yung kapitol na pa sa Cebu City. Kung sa mana, di yun na mahimo. Dili yun mahimo nga kita dili usara. Usara kita. Ngayon basta-basaon na sus. Taas itong istorya ni. Ang pinaka-importante, Pasigarbo, Sugbo. Congratulations ko. Congratulations. You made the so-called road towards further what I call openness, togetherness, and look back and then look forward. Sinulog 2023. Sports complex lang gihapon ang nakbayag lalawigan. Apan ang tinibuk ang sinulog with everybody's help, everybody. We will make an unprecedented, bring it to SRP, Sinulog 2023. So go, we need your help. We need everybody's help. All of you. If Bonifacio Global City now, it used to be Bonifacio Global 10 City. There'll be more 10 air-conditioned coming from different hotels. And of course, SM and Robinson, and then Pilinvest and Ayala, they all will be a part. And all of you, Beko, bring more lights at SRP, and all stakeholders, we will be one. And the governor will dance, Malu will dance, I will dance. I do not know, raise your hand who will dance, but only on the stage. Do not anymore dance the whole road. We will make it happen only in Cebu. Cebu 1, Cebu Island. Daghang salamat, Gobernador Gwen Garcia. Daghang salamat ninyong tanan. You are all welcome and to eat the house at SRP. You are all invited to join the Sinulog 2023 and watch for our dance. Daghang salamat. Mayong gabi kanina tanan.
Salamat, Mayor Mike Rama. Magpapilin sa stage si Mayor Mike alang sa presentation of token. Again, by the Governor, Governor Gwen Garcia, Vice Governor Junjun Davide, and the board members present tonight. Token for the Mayor. Salamat. Once again, ato pasalamatan si Mayor Mike Rama.
It takes a village to nurture an aspiration, and when we give of ourselves wholeheartedly to a cause, success takes care of itself. Individually, we are one drop, but together, we are an ocean. The spectacle that is The Pasigarbo sa Sugbo Festival of Festivals 2022 is actually a confluence of communities rising to the occasion, of people coming together imbued with altruism, with generosity being a second nature to them. The return of the Pasigarbo sa Sugbo as one of the highlights of the 453rd founding anniversary of the province of Cebu is a job well done, not only because of its participants and performers, but also because of the public and private groups that have worked behind the scenes, providing security, logistics, and manpower. Over 4,000 awesome uniformed personnel from the police and the military, the fire department, backed by the disaster teams from all local government units, the traffic management office, emergency and quick response teams, marshals, and volunteers. These people made sure that from rehearsals to the staging of the Festival Queen competition, onto the street dancing, and then to the grand ritual showdown and the awarding ceremony, all are in place, ensuring a safe and orderly experience for everyone. The uninterrupted electric power supply, free of charge. The telecommunication companies that powered up communication lines. Setting aside competition for the love of Cebu. The Philippine Coast Guard Central Visayas also pitched in by ferrying the contingents from the Camotes group of islands and the 3 contingents from Bantayan Island on board their service vessels, which indeed offered big savings and convenience. The Cebu City government for the free use of the venue, for the clean streets and complex, before and after every event. The schools in the city that became the temporary homes of the contingents, thanks to the Department of Education Central Visayas, the Provincial School Board, the superintendents, district supervisors, principals, and teachers who welcomed our contingents, who mostly are school children performers who came all the way from the farthest towns and from the islands. The choreographers, dance masters, propsmen, costume designers, drivers, cooks, food servers, and other support staff. And most of all, the performers themselves. To all Pasigarbo sa Sugbo 2022 partners and stakeholders, accept our deepest gratitude for all of your contribution and hard work. Thank you for always making things easier for us and accentuating what great things we can achieve in unity. Dawata ang among kinasingkasing nga pagpasalamat.
Two thanks to our partner agencies. Dinihiyo na atong gihunyo sila si Gobernador Gwen Garcia, Vice Governor Junjun Davide, and all board members present. To the stage, please. Ako unahon pagbasa ang unod sa token of appreciation. Pasigarbo sa Sugbo 2022, this token of appreciation is presented to, and then the name of the individual or company, in grateful recognition for the invaluable support and contribution for the Pasigarbo sa Sugbo 2022, given this 31st day of August 2022 at the Capitol Social Hall. Signed, Gwendolyn F. Garcia, Governor. Signed, Andre Duterte, Board Member, Province of Cebu. And now, unahon na to, ang Philippine Coast Guard. We call on Commander Mark Larson Mariano. Next, Philippine Air Force, Colonel Ramil Oloroso. Only ang first batch of our partners. Sunod, Police Regional Office 7 to Colonel Hector Maestral. Highway Patrol Group Region 7 through Police Major Gideon Merza. The Cebu Police Provincial Office led by Colonel Elmer Leo. Finally, Cebu City Police Office through Police Colonel Ernesto Salvador Tagle. First batch of our partners. Next batch, Department of Education, Regional Office 7, through Dr. Benjamin Tiongzon. The Department of Education, Cebu City, through Dr. Renezar Perolino. Cebu City Local School Board, represented by Mr. Goyle Ompangino. And the Cebu City Sports Center, Mr. Julito Taboraga Jr. Group photo for this batch. Next batch of partners, Cebu City Government, Department of Public Services through Agnes Sheila Gitgitin. Cebu City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office through Ms. Raquel Arce. The Bureau of Fire Protection, Regional Office 7 through Superintendent Manases Bautista. And the Philippine Rescue Volunteers Association, Mr. J.R. Lim. Daghang salamat. Ang sunod na hukom sa atong mga partner agencies o mga partner offices. PLDT, Mr. Ken De La Calzada. Smart Communications, Mr. Alexis Winters. And Dito Telecommunity through Ms. Carla Rodriguez. Next, Metropolitan Cebu Water District through Engineer Stephen Yee. By Hotel Cebu from Mr. Alfred Reyes. Unisol, Miss Melanie Yu. Sash and Crown Maker Philippines, pinagi ni Mr. Rodel Silva.